The third C is control of your passion against the unknowns and control to pursue your vision of the future with safety. So there's a lot of things going on here. So imagine for a moment what your passion would be to be able to produce a future if you could truly protect yourself against the unknowns with an equity safety net, but you could also liberate the creativity, which is what we do as entrepreneurs, because now, every time you made a decision, an entrepreneurial decision, you weren't putting your family at risk because you had the personal liquidity to be able to protect yourself. Just a little partial liquidity. So who wants to share how they would operate today if you had fueled your passion with investors who want to keep you in control and allow you to pursue your game plan with safety? What a concept, huh? Well, how would you operate differently if you knew that you had the ability to protect yourself with an equity safety net for your company and a personal liquidity so that you got just a little cash to protect the family?
I'd have a bigger sales force. I'd have warehouses in multiple regions.
Sounds like you'd accelerate your process.
I'd buy one of my suppliers.
Marketing.
Definitely.
There's more resources internally in sales, marketing, engineering, to grow faster.
Isn't it true that though most equity people want control of you?
Isn't it true that most people like to be fat? Who cares? We don't have to deal with the fat people.
Right.
It's not about them. This is all about us. And what's so powerful for us to know is what the capital markets have no reason to tell you. I spent 15 years on Wall Street. I got in those smoke-filled rooms to find out how they did the IPOs and the valuations. I was blown away. It's like nobody came back from the dead to tell you what's happening on the other side. I came back from Wall Street to tell you, you the entrepreneur are the scarce resource. We control the world. But nobody tells us, and it's not generally
That way they want.
believed. Exactly.
Well, it's easy to do for our products. It's hard to do for our company. I mean, we know the product is worth as much as somebody will pay. But when you look at your books, you look at, on my company, we got $1.5 million in equity. Half of the company is worth $750,000.
Danny's got a really, really good point. We do this all the time with our products. We take a concept, it doesn't even exist, and we charge for it, right? And then we get premium prices against everything else that everybody is doing in the marketplace. And then we up it again. And we do something a little differently, and we package it, and we create another version. We do this all the time. That's what entrepreneurs do. And that's what we did with the Mosaic. That's how we got our financing. And now the point is, it's just an extension. It's a logical extension. It's not about your past. It's not about the raw materials that goes into your product that determines the value of what you sell. Okay? If it's not about the raw materials that determine your selling price, then why should it be about your past that determines your value? Why should it be about what's on your books? It's irrelevant.
Isn't it hard though to find outside investors that have the same, that share your passion? You know what I mean? And what I've been able to find so far is within our industry, there are wealthy people that are willing to invest in a business like mine and not have me give up control. But until I figured that out, the investors that I talked to, all they were interested in really was the numbers, the forecast, the future. They could care less about the product.
Bingo. And what shifted with Ray is how he was thinking about it and who he reflected back. So this is huge. This is really huge. So let me summarize for you before we take a break and go on to how we're going to apply this to yourself. The 3 principles, and we'll stop and see if there are any questions there, but let me give you the 3 principles just to summarize where we are. And they are these: confidence, credibility, and control. The first principle is you, the entrepreneur. Not financing is a scarce resource. Confidence lets you ignite your passion and discover the currency in there. And objective and credible feedback, like financial market intelligence, gives you the credibility about that future. 2, self-sufficiency for an entrepreneur is all about tapping your own unique currency. When you use a financial mosaic, you divide your needs into small pieces, and no single creditor is responsible for your success. Credibility allows you to build a currency that's so powerful you can finance all of your expenses without ever incurring an investor. 3rd, when your future is bigger than your past, equity is your cheapest form of financing. Control lets you protect against the unknowns and uses dynamic value to make sure that you get credit for your future today. In a nutshell, you are the golden goose. I just had to let you know about that.